I didn't want to make this video right now. I've just got out of the shower. So let's get naked, shall we? Let's get naked and let me talk to you about the finances of trying to put on a one-woman show / musical. Whilst I've got you, I may as well do some face flooding. So basically what that means is you get loads of toners and you put them all over your skin. So you're going to see me face flood in real time. I've just put on one, I'm going to put on another one now. You're supposed to build them up. So how much does it cost to make a musical? Well, at the moment, it's a one-woman show. Now, Edinburgh Fringe Festival is an incredible thing to do. And you've got two options with Edinburgh Fringe. You've got paid and you've got free fringe. Paid means you pay a venue, you pay a PR, you pay an agent, you pay a promoter, you pay all these different people a percentage or cash up front. How it used to work is they used to just get percentages of what you made. But now, because everybody makes no money, they take a guarantee. PRs always get paid. Now, with no guarantee of what they're going to get you, they always get paid. And the acts very often will go to Edinburgh and it will be a pay-to-play situation. So they will go up with money and they will pay to perform every night because the venues are so expensive. Just while I've got you in this super attractive face, free fringe means you don't pay for any of that. You pay like maybe 50 to 100 bucks for a venue and you pay to be in the brochure. That's it. To give you an idea, in my first year of Edinburgh, my accommodation I got, I think, for 500 bucks for the month. Now, accommodation is anything from 2 to 10 to 25,000 pounds for 1 month in Edinburgh. Now, if you're selling out big 500 seaters every day, you could probably afford that. But if you're just trying to get bums on seats, mate, there's no chance. So what Edinburgh does is it gives you an opportunity to do a show every day, every night in front of people again and again and again and again and again, which is amazing. And there's nowhere else in the world that does that. And what I hate is that venues are now extortionate, PRs are extortionate, teams are extortionate. And what you're seeing in Edinburgh now, what I saw last year, was the first year that the city wasn't as busy as it used to be. The city has taken a hit with COVID, with the cost of living. Everything has just wrecked the city. And people can't coming out as much as they used to. In fact, the only day that I saw people coming out in their droves was on the 2-for-1 day. 2-for-1 day is when you get free tickets, one buy one, get one free at Edinburgh. It's a good day and it's usually full. But it used to always be full. So what I found last year in Edinburgh is a lot of the acts were international and they've all got big billboards. And you go, I don't think anybody understands how much these billboards cost. They cost thousands of pounds. And it's not the agent that pays for it. It's the artist. It comes out the artist's ticket prices. Should I put my pajamas on? I kind of like doing this naked. This is a really real behind the scenes of what you're getting. So I've done many Edinburghs and I came up on Edinburgh Fringe Festival. That's how I got my career success. And what I know is how an Edinburgh show can build an audience and how an Edinburgh show can build hype and get you places. But after doing Edinburgh for 15 years and now being essentially priced out of it and kind of over it, is I want to do an Edinburgh, but do it here in America. So put a show on, have the consistency of having on same time, same place, every week, build, and they will come. So when I first came out to Austin, I came out and I sold my car, I sold my belongings, I sold loads of my things from my house, I rented out my house, and I came out with about £40,000. And with that money, I paid for a flight for Bernie to come out on a private jet. Bernie came out on a private jet to New York. I managed to fly in economy in a regular plane. Bernie went with my sister and she flew in a very fancy plane. And that cost me £5,000. Now for me, that was 100% worth it. To get Bernie across safely to the US, £5,000 on a doggy flight. She even got a facial spa. It was gorgeous. I paid for that. Once I came out, I had a place that I rented. So I'd done a couple of trips already to Austin and I rented a place. And my rent was $2,800 a month. So I was paying rent for my place. I then found theatres and I would rent out the theatres. And the theatres, you either have a split with the theatre where you sell tickets and they do like a 50-50 split with you, or you pay them a fee. Some theatres I had to pay a fee, so I had to pay like $100, $200, $300, $400 in order to hire the theatre for the night and then do a split. Other theatres I just had a split. One of the theatres, one of my worst splits I ever had, was a theatre where it was 80-20 in their favour. This doesn't happen. I'm an 80-20, 90-10 girl. Like, that's what I take in the UK. That's what I want with theatres, right? That's how we work together to sell shows. This was 80-20 in their favour. I sold 50 tickets, I made 0. Now, here's the other thing that costs when you put on a show. It costs you to pay for a tech, it normally costs you to pay for a lighting person, and it costs you in advertising. So I've been spending a lot of money on MailChimp, about $80 a month, on joining a meetup group, setting up a meetup group page, that cost about $50 a month, and on Facebook ads, anywhere from $100 to $500 a month on Facebook ads. And all of these things we use to try and push out to be like, here's my show, here's my show, here's my show. Now, all of this costs money, right? So how do you make it? Well, the goal is that hopefully eventually it will come back. It will come back to me. And I would love to be able to hire musicians, hire a stagehand, hire a lighting tech, hire a proper, dramaturg full time. In order to do that, I need money. Artists need to be paid. And that's where my Patreon has come on board. So my Patreon is basically a subscription service. So people sign up and they pay like a monthly subscription to be like, hey, we like what you're doing and we want to help you get this musical off the ground. And a few months ago, I came up with this idea of, I need £1 million, but I don't need one person to give. I don't need one person to give me £1 million. I need lots of individuals to give me £1. I need 1 million people to give me £1. My $1 million fan club was born, where I'm trying to get 1 million people to donate $1. And what that will enable me to do is, if I get to 5,000 people, I will be able to put on the show, pay for some production costs, pay for some Facebook ads. If I get to 10,000, I'll be able to hire a team, get somebody to do this properly, do my editing, do my promotion, do some vlogging. 15,000, 20,000, 25,000. Now we're talking a production company. Now we're talking a full in-house team. Vlogging, creating content, producing shows, putting on proper theatre runs months in advance for like a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 week run with a full cast. $50,000 a month. Now we're talking. Now we're building empires. Now we're creating content. Now we're producing shows. Now we're able to put on shows on the West End. Now we're able to put on shows on Broadway. Be able to fund these shows and get them out there, get them marketed properly, get them produced properly, get them lit properly, get them supported properly. On top of that, what I'd like to do when I get to that kind of money is set up my own production company and have an online platform of women who have been written out of history stories, a library, and make loads of content, make a whole series, make a God is a Woman series of loads of women that have been written out of history. I would also like to restart my charity that I launched a few years ago, which is called Helena's Hospice Foundation, where we give luxury items to hospices. Not the boring stuff, not the basic stuff that they need that they get from elsewhere. Stuff that helps the families, like a fridge, like a drinks machine, like a Sky Sports subscription, like a Netflix subscription, like an extra bed, like a family room, like a coffee machine, that kind of stuff. That's what I'd like to do. So where am I now? I'm currently in June. It's the middle of June. And I have run out of money. There's no money left. And am I shitting myself? I mean, I'm doing a piece to camera in a towel. This is as close as you'll get to OnlyFans content. I have the show. I finally have a 5-week run at a theatre starting in 2.5 weeks. LA is currently on fire. It's really, really difficult. Everywhere is on fire. It feels horrible here. The ice raids are horrible here. Read about it on my Substack. I've been releasing Substack. Read about it on my Substack. All the content's on there. I'm going to try and stay focused to what we're talking about in this behind the scenes. I'm putting on the show. I have 130 tickets to sell per show. I really believe that Build Will They Will come. I really believe if I can put on a good show, I can get people to come. And if I can get people to come, I can create hype. And if I can create hype in LA, I can get agents, managers, producers, investors, people that come along that go, I see what you're trying to do. People that will see the show and go, let me invest. Let's help you get a 3-week run off Broadway, which costs about $150,000. Let's help you do that. I would love to be in that position. I would love to be in that position from you lot, by you guys helping me. I would love somebody to come along and be like, let's do it. There's a reason musicals cost so much. Like, they cost so much and a lot of them fail. And there's very few people that invest in them because it's kind of the same people, same faces. And my thing is, if you want to tell a different story.
All of these lines across my face tell you the story of who I am. So many stories of where I've been and how I got to where I am. But these stories don't mean anything
If you can't get them invested in.
to tell them to. It's true that I
thing is, if you want to tell a different story, you've got to be willing to do it differently. And this is a one-woman show all about Mary Magdalene, and I believe it could be like a female Book of Mormon, a huge cast. Imagine like a gospel choir, and God being played by a different like celebrity every few weeks. So one week you've got Dolly Parton, one week you've got Cher, one week you've got Dawn French. Guys, can you imagine? Whoopi Goldberg, hello. Now we're talking. That's the level where I see this show. But right now, it's just me here in LA with my script in my hand, hoping that somebody sees it and sees what I see. This is Rocky. I feel like Rocky. I'm Rocky in a towel, mate. And this June, I am out. My friend paid my rent this month for June. I've got to find a way to pay rent for July. And this weekend, Bernie had an emergency vet. And I took her to the vets and it cost me $2,000. So I have currently changed my target plan from trying to raise $150,000 to get to a place where I could do a Broadway run to, do you know what, mate? Just $7,000. That's what we're trying to do this week. Let's try and get to $7,000 to help me pay my rent, pay the vet bill, and just get to that stage in July. And then after July, who knows? Who knows where I take it? Who knows where I go with it? I just want to be somewhere where people see the potential in this show, and I would like to get it in front of people. And I really hope that July will lead to opportunities. And if it doesn't, then the worst case scenario is that I've spent 5 nights developing, honing, getting a show really shit hot and even better and closer to perfect to when you see it. That's what I want from it. So we'll keep trying. We'll keep working. Does it cost a lot? Yes. Is it hard work? Yes. Is it worth it? I don't know. Right now, here's what it costs: money, advertising, stages, people, support. Here's what it also costs: hope, nervous system, self-esteem, a will to live. But if I don't do this, if I don't try this, I think that's a higher price to pay to live with the regret. Because I can make money, right? Guys, it's fine. I'll start an OnlyFans. I'll come on in the towel. You'll be up for that, right? Yeah. There's a little wink there. Try that. Okay, I'm going to bed. Sorry, this episode was. It's been a week, mate. Just check out my Substacks. Thank you for watching. See you for my TikTok live streams. Bye. If you don't mind, I'm going to go back to face flooding. Have I put this one on yet? I don't know. This one's very peculiar. Actually, this could be like OnlyFans, because look at the consistency of that. Oh, there you go. That's an OnlyFans view. Actually, I shouldn't post this on the internet because people are creeps. It's a really nice tonic. Probably should have ended that about a minute sooner than I did.
Oh yeah, well it's true.